Hi everyone, I am Avdesh God. In this video, we will learn about what sets are and how to create them in Tableau. We will also deep dive to learn about the constant sets, the dynamic sets, and as well as combined sets in Tableau. Well, let's get started. As the name suggests, a constant set has fixed values and remain as it is despite of the data refresh and is not even dependent on any of the backend data changes. To understand more on the constant sets, let us build a quick visual first. Using the control key, select subcategory present under the product hierarchy and sales from measures. Go to show me and select bar chart. Let us force this bar chart to fit the entire view. Now suppose we want to segregate the technology related subcategories from the rest. Let us create a constant set to do this. As we want to create a constant set based on the category field, to do so, right click on the category field, go to create and select set. Tableau will open up a create set dialog box for us. Let us name this as technology category set. As we require only technology category to be included in this set, so let us choose technology only and hit OK. Tableau will create this set for us, and the same is available over here in the data pane to be utilized as per the requirements. Set can be used in multiple ways. Let us try some use cases over here in order to get familiar with the usage of sets. Let us drop this set over to the color shelf and it will segregate all of the technology related subcategories from the rest of the subcategories. If you notice, over the right hand side, we have a card mentioning about which values falls within the set and which not. So in this view, the ones which are color coded by a shade of blue are falling within the set as they are a part of technology category, while the remaining which are color coded by a shade of gray are out of this set as these values does not belong to the technology category. In order to confirm the same, let us bring the category field onto the row shelf. And over here, all of the subcategories have been grouped by their respective categories. Thus, we can see that all of the subcategories belonging to technology have been color coded and are a part of set. We can edit this constant set anytime we wish to. To do so, right click on the set and select Edit Set. Tableau will open up the Edit Set dialog box for us. Over here, we can rename it and we can even edit the values which we initially started with to be included in this set. Let us add furnitures to be a part of this set as well. We'll select the same and hit OK. As soon as we do that, the view will change accordingly, as now both furniture and technology related subcategories are a part of this set. Not only this, we can use this set on other shelves as per our requirements as well. For example, we can easily use this set onto the rows or over the column shelf as well. Let us move it to the column shelf. This will divide it into two panes. Over to the left, we can see all of the subcategories having values which are falling within the set. And over to the right, we have all of the subcategories which are falling out of the set. Not only this, sets can be used as filters as well. Let us move this from column shelf to the filter shelf. Tableau will open up a filter dialog box for us. Let's select in and hit OK. This will filter out all of the values that were not a part of the set. And at the end, if we do not require a set anymore, we can delete the same as well. To do so, right-click on the set you want to delete and hit delete. This will give you a pop-up. Reason being, we are currently utilizing this set onto the filter shelf. And this pop-up says, wheresoever you are using this set, that will be affected. And it also mentions the sheet names that will be affected. Let us continue. The constant sets can also be created by selecting the values from the views as well. To do so, select all the marks that you want to be included in that particular set. A pop-up will appear. All you need to do is select the fourth last icon and hit Create Set. This will create a set based on the level of details of the marks that we have just now selected. Over here, we can see the category as well as subcategory fields. As the category is same for both of the marks that we have just now selected, so it does not make much sense over here. Let us remove it from the sets configuration. We can do that by clicking on the cross icon available over the header. Let us name it as subcategory set and hit OK. The same will be available to be used in the data pane. If required, we can drag the same to the color shelf and only the selected marks will be colored. Moving on to the dynamic sets. As the name suggests, the dynamic set is based on a conditional, that is a calculation based on which the values are placed either in or out of the set. So if in case we refresh our data and we have some backend changes in the values, then there is a possibility that the values of this set might change as well. Now suppose we want to see the top two subcategories having the highest sales. This use case can easily be dealt with a dynamic set. Notice, we cannot use a constant set over here. Reason being, the subcategories which are falling in the top two by sales might change with time. So that's why we need this set to be dynamic in nature. To create the same, right-click on the subcategory field, go to Create, and select Set. In this Create Set dialog box, we have three tabs over to the top. The first one is General, the second one is Condition, and the third one is Top. The General tab can be used to create a constant set, whereas the Condition and Top tab can be used to create a dynamic set. In our use case that we have just now discussed, we are looking forward for the top two subcategories by sales. So let us move to the top tab. From here, let us select the by field and select top two by the sum of sales. Over here, we can choose the default aggregation as well. But as of now, let us stick to the sum itself. We'll hit OK, and the required set will be available out here in the data pane. Let us drop this to the color shelf. And if we notice, only the top two sales are colored in the view because only these two are a part of this set. Now suppose there is a backend data update the next month and the firm has shut down the furniture business. To replicate this scenario with the current data, let us apply a category level data source filter and see how our dynamic set is impacted. To do so, go to the data source pane. If we notice, at the top right, we have an add option. Let us click over the same. Over here, we'll add the category field and hit OK. It will provide us all of the distinct options or values that the category field has. Let us exclude furniture and select OK. Check the filter and go back to the sheet. Now if we notice, with the furniture data gone, we have two new subcategories in the top two set, and this is purely calculated on the top conditional that we have developed just now. So that's the reason this set is called a dynamic set. Let us quickly create one more set in a similar fashion, but this time the bottom two subcategories by sales. This time also we'll follow the same steps that we have followed while creating the top two subcategories set. There is a single minor change. This time, instead of top two, we'll be selecting the bottom two. The rest everything will remain the same. Let us rename this as bottom two set. In order to rename the top two subcategory set, let us right click on the same and hit rename. Let us rename it as top two subcategory set. Now what if we want to color code both top two and bottom two subcategories by sales in the same visual? This can easily be achieved with the help of a combined set. In order to create a combined set, right-click on any of the set that you want to combine and select Create Combined Sets. Let us do the same with the top two subcategory set. Over here, we have an option to create a new set by combining the two existing sets. Remember, only the sets created on the same dimensions can be combined. That is, you cannot combine two sets which have been created on two different dimensions. First of all, we have an option of selecting the sets that we want to combine. In the left selection, we will be able to see all of the sets that are available, and over here we can see the bottom two sets, the subcategory set, the top two subcategory set, as well as the top customer by profit. In a nutshell, we can see all four sets over here. Let us select top two subcategory set. And once we select a set in the left selection, the right selection will show only the sets that are aligned with the dimensions based on which the first selected set is created. And that is why we can see only the sets which have been created using the subcategory dimension. That is, the bottom two set and subcategory set. Let us select the bottom two set over here. At the bottom, we have multiple options on how we want to join or combine these two sets. We have a selection for selecting all the members in both of the sets. The second one is to select only the shared members belonging to both of these sets, whereas the third one will select only the members from the first set by excluding all of the members from the second set. And the fourth option is exactly opposite of the third, wherein it will select only the members from the second set by excluding all of the members from the first set. Let us select the first one, as we want all of the members, that is all top two and bottom two from both of the sets. We'll hit OK. A new set is available in the data pane, that is the combined set. Let us remove the existing one from colors and bring this set instead to the color shelf. And here we have the top two and bottom two identified in the same view. And that's how we can create the combined sets in Tableau. In this video, we learned about creating the constant, the dynamic, and the combined sets in Tableau. Moreover, we also learned about how to utilize the same by having some hands-on exercises. In the next video, we'll explore about creating groups in Tableau.